What is up, everybody? This is Carl from Techful Goodies, and today we are doing a TEMU haul. Now, I haven't done a TEMU haul in quite some time because I was moving, things were going on, but now's my chance to give it a try again. My concern was the fact that, I live here in the US and there may be some tariff issues, so I just wanted to go ahead and give it a try, see exactly how things were going now, whether or not it was still worth it to go to TEMU. One of the things that I did do was put out a sort of a poll on YouTube and ask if people were still interested in shopping at TEMU. And a couple people came back and said yes, a couple people came back and said no. One person did come back and say, hey, I live in Belgium. I don't have to worry about tariffs. So it kind of opened my mind a little bit, which is a little bit silly. I was pretty closed-minded in thinking that everyone was in the same situation I was in. But it's good to know that there are still people who are interested in it. And, what I found was that in general, the way TEMU has it set up now is the fact that they're shipping a lot more things from the local area that you're buying from. So for me, I'm in the US, I had about 8 things in my cart. Well, I had about 9 things in my cart. All 8 of them came from sort of local shippers, where that 9th item did not. So it said you have to have at least $25 worth of items that are coming directly from TEMU in order to get that free shipping. So I just opted out on buying that one thing. It wasn't really important, and I went ahead with the rest of the order. So I think it's still fun. I think it's still something worth doing, so I'm going to keep doing the hauls. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and check out the first item here. Got a couple things. I've opened up a couple of them. Since they don't come in the big TEMU package anymore, they come individually. I never know exactly which ones that come in the mail that are from TEMU. So this is a digital display meter. So sometimes when you're working on something, you want to know whether it's level or not. So this device here is supposed to be able to allow you to set it on the table, and it'll tell you kind of whether or not that object is level or not. Does it come with batteries, or do I need to go get them? I need to go get them. So, all right, so it looks like there's 2 AAA batteries. Go right in the back here. Not too bad. Turn it on. All right, so here we go. And now you can see it says error because it's not for laying directly on the back. You actually have to lay it kind of like this, and I can't really show that totally in the camera. So that's about 3 degrees, 18, 13, 24. So I guess that has some uses. I guess the main reason I bought this is because I do a lot of 3D printing, and you want your bed to be as level as possible. So I basically wanted to be able to set it on the bed and see whether or not that bed was leveled, because you can level it underneath if you don't have an auto leveling bed, of course. The display is nice and bright. Let's see how level my desk is. And I'll just tell you right now, it's about 2 degrees off level. So if I turn it sideways like this, I'm looking at 88.65 degrees. So that tells me it's pretty accurate on both sides. So nothing super special, but I think this will come in pretty handy. I mean, if you're hanging like a poster or a painting or something like that, or putting something up on the wall and you just want a quick little level and don't want to worry with the little bubble thing, this is pretty cool. I know there's an app on my phone I could do the same thing with, but I thought having just a little device like this might be nice. Remember, most of the time things can be sold out. I will try to put the link that's close as possible, if not the exact one that I got, down below in the description. But let's just check what's next. This, I think I know what this is. I think this was more of an impulse purchase as opposed to a need. Oh yeah. Oh, I hate this kind of styrofoam that shoots the little beads out everywhere. Maybe I bought it because it kind of looked cool. I thought maybe my kids would want to put it in their room. I don't even know what I'd use it for. Anyway, it's a bomb. It's not really a bomb. It's just kind of like a desk ornament thing. So check it out here. So it's kind of just a desk ornament thing here. I suppose you can take the lid off, put something in there if you want, whatever you want to put in there. It doesn't smell weird, but I don't know what kind of material this is. It's like a hard resin, plastic, wood or something. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. And I thought as far as something just kind of have on a shelf somewhere and get these little styrofoam beads off of me, it's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I don't know what I'll use it for. But as far as like a decoration, if I have a bookshelf back here or in my kids' room or something like that, sure, why not? It's actually pretty hefty and pretty well made. but I sure as heck don't know what I would personally keep in there. Anyway, what is next in the box here? A little package, Ah, okay, you know what? This was something I was interested in. So living in a new town, living in a new city, living in a new state, it's a whole nother water system. I mean, if you've lived in a certain area for some amount of time, you kind of know what the water quality is, what it is. So we have a filter for our water, but this, I believe what this is, and let me open it up and double check, is a TDS and EC meter. Now, I don't know what TDS and EC, but basically, in a nutshell, it's a water tester. So what I will do is see if I can get these things up and running. And then, all right, it comes with a battery already built in. Maybe I'll just go ahead and get the water. No clue what I'm looking for. Suppose in here it should tell me. Now, the big question is, what is it measuring? So I will go get 2 cups of water. Okay, and we will test each one of the cups of water. One of them comes from my Brita or Pure filter, and one of them will come straight from the tap. Now, whether or not this is actually going to tell me anything about my water, I'm not sure, but I figured I'd try it. One on the left, this is the one straight from the faucet. One on the right is from the Pure filter. All right. It's in and it's actually doing something. I know you cannot see that from the top. I will take a quick little video of it. And this one is going in the pure water. This one here is 839 and 878. That is the unfiltered. And this one here is 694 and 878. So you can definitely tell that it's measuring the difference between these two. So what I'll go ahead and do is just look that up real quick on the computer here. Both TDS and EC are important indicators of water quality, as high levels of dissolved solids can affect the taste, appearance, and safety of drinking water. Ideally, a drinking water should have low levels of TDS and EC, usually less than 500 parts per million. Oh, that's what that number is down there. Okay. Now, a good question would be, eventually, when I change my filter, I can now use this to double check and see whether or not that new filter is working better than a filter that I've had in there for a couple of weeks. But this is kind of cool. I think this is worth it. I think this is worth picking up as long as it's accurate. It definitely shows that my unfiltered water is at 839 as far as the parts per million. And then it says less than 1,000 for EC, and that's both of them are less than 1,000. And this one's 706. So you can definitely tell a difference in the water quality. Now the question is, the state I'm living in has hard water, and I know that, and I've been trying to work on it. I might get one of those full house filtration systems, but I think those are expensive, but I'll look into that. Anyway, very cool. Now I've got 2 glasses of water here that I'm going to set on the floor and most definitely kick over as soon as I stand up. Anyway, what is next? We have another package. Ah, I know what this one is. So, so anyway, on my front door out here, on the bottom, I have a little bit of, not a gap, but definitely something that I want to kind of have it as a sweeper. I have one on there that's currently on there and it's metal. I'll go ahead and show you a quick little video of that. And what I wanted to do was get a replacement for it because that metal one has the ability to just hit your toe or something when you're opening a door. But this being packaged in a way, oh, no, it's not bad. I guess there's a internal, seems to be an internal wire or something in there. It's not just the plastic that is all bent up. So as you can see, this is just simply a piece of rubber, and on the back it has double-sided tape, and that goes onto your door so that it will basically cover the bottom opening or move any of the dirt, stop any of the dirt from coming in. So let's go ahead and hook this up and see how it works on the back of my door and whether or not it's worth it. I don't know. I suppose the biggest concern is whether or not it'll stay connected to the door or fall off. So by the time I post this video and you hear all the crinkles from my mic, we'll know whether or not that worked. All right, next in the bag, gotta have some more exciting things other than door flappers and water testers. And absolutely not exciting in any way. What in the frick? What is this? Oh, okay. All right, now it totally makes sense exactly what that is. So what this is basically a wire soldering holder, okay? Previous in a Temu unboxing, I had got something that had little clips and it came up all fancy and stuff. This literally just sits on your desk like this, and you put two wires in this way, and you're able to basically solder them together while not holding on to them. So here's an example. So these are just regular old wires I have sitting around. So if I want to, I can open this up, place one thing right here like this. So this basically holds onto the wire in the middle here. And then if I take another wire, open this up and put it in here where it's just touching, that way, if I was going to solder, I can go ahead and solder these things together without having to hold them. So that gives you the ability to solder two wires without having to hold them and do like a four-hand thing. It's good. It's nice and tight, and whether or not this is going to work or not, I think it should. It's so basic and so plain that it should just work. What I'll do is I'll give it to my son, and he does a lot of soldering. He actually put together a full racing sim, took like a hoverboard from a pawn shop and turned it into a steering wheel and built everything. So he's been doing a lot of soldering, and he was looking for that thing that I had bought him because it's really, like I said, it's really difficult to hold two wires together. And I just didn't want this big bulky thing, you know, sitting around. This should work perfect for him. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. Depending on what you do, it's plastic, strong springs to be able to hold the wires. Should work out just fine. All right, what else is cool? Okay, here we go. So, Wi-Fi repeater. So I picked one of these up on Temu, and I was just interested to see how it works. So this is a Wi-Fi 6 repeater, and let me go ahead and show you it, and then I'll talk about why I picked something like this up. The misconception about Wi-Fi extenders is the fact that people generally think that it will boost their signal. It doesn't, it repeats the signal. So if I'm sitting here and this wall right behind me, this is a fully brick cinder block wall, okay, because I'm in an extension to the house. And the Wi-Fi does not come through here very well. I get not the fastest Wi-Fi. But if I was to take this and plug it right in next to me here, I would get the exact same signal strength from the main router to here that I do from the main router to my computer. Now, I would have a fast signal strength from my computer to this, but that doesn't really increase the speed I might be able to download stuff. So what I might want to do is go ahead and put it over here in the corner, because that is a direct line from the router through the door to the repeater, and then from a direct line from the repeater to my computer. And the other reason I picked this up was because it also, and the majority of them have it, it has an Ethernet plug on the bottom. So when I'm working on computers a lot, sometimes when you install Windows, it doesn't correctly pick up your Wi-Fi drivers. And if you have Ethernet, I didn't want to have to get a huge long Ethernet cable to go all the way to my router. I can actually just plug this in over there, or wherever I want to plug it in. It's going to pick up the router, and then I can plug directly into Ethernet, bypassing any sort of Wi-Fi setup. So anyway, how does this work? So basically, you simply take this right here, and you plug it into the wall, and then you go ahead and use the app to set it up. Now, if you have a WPS router, you can click the button and WPS will connect that. I never do that. I just go ahead and set it up all myself. So I'm just gonna plug it in and test it out. So let's just plug it in here so you can see it. It's plugged in. It's turning on. And then what I have to do now is look for the repeater in my Wi-Fi. Here it is. So Wi-Fi 6 repeater. I click on this to connect, and I think what's going to happen now is it's going to pull up that, yep, there it is. I could put it on access point mode where I can give it its own specific name so I know if I'm connecting to it or not. But let's go ahead and just do it with the repeater mode. So I didn't have to download an app. This was all just basically built into the repeater, which is very nice. I don't have to deal with another app. This basically just has, I guess, kind of like a web browser. You know how if you access your router or something through the web, you get that little web interface. All right, so you can see here that basically I have my normal wireless and then I have the extension. So now it's all set up. So basically what it did was it created another access name, SCH wireless-ext, so I know that I'm connecting to the extender. So sure, for a couple bucks, no problem with it. Seems like it was real easy to set up, just going straight into joining it and setting everything up. I would definitely recommend something like that. All right, we got a couple of things here, just two more things. Oh, okay, so this, this is one of those cardboard cutters. I know you've seen them on social media, or maybe you haven't, maybe you have. The idea is that you're supposed to be able to break down your cardboard boxes. Whew. Supposed to be able to break down your cardboard boxes easily. Let's see if it works. That's really hard. Am I doing something wrong? I don't want to put my fingers anywhere near it. You guys know me. It was a lot more difficult than I expected. I mean, it cuts, but why do I have to push so hard? This is so beefy and so heavy duty. I can't believe this is not just fly. There's no, let's see if there's instructions. There is instructions. Maybe there's, oh my God, safety rules out the wazoo. Function specification, operating notes, changing. You can remove the blade and replace it. You can charge it, it's rechargeable. But I'm not doing any, this surprisingly looks like a really good product, but it does not want to cut these cardboards. And these aren't very strong cardboards. All right, so it cuts it. But I feel like I have to force it to move forward. What I'm finding is that it cuts it just fine, but it's like it gets stuck as I'm trying to cut it, so I can't move forward. Right about there, you can see that it kind of gets bogged down, like this becomes too tight for it to cut. And sometimes it works fine, sometimes it doesn't. Am I going to use this? Probably not. I mean, that's fine, just for smaller pieces, but what I'm looking to do is break down a whole lot of moving boxes, break down a whole lot of packaging boxes for furniture and stuff like that. So if I have to like constantly push this thing, I mean, you can take a look at it. It looks pretty cool. It looks like it should be a beast mode item that I could use, but that's very disappointing. I mean, sure, cheapo cardboard like this still gets stuck. That works perfectly fine, you know, on small cardboard like this, but on small cardboard like this, I can just fold it up and put it into the recycle bin. I've got these big giant boxes that I need to get rid of. So would I recommend this? No, I would not. Maybe in a 30, 60, 90 review, I will let you know whether or not that works better. I'm basically going to restart all those 30, 60, 90s. I'm so far behind on all that stuff that I'll do another one in, I don't know, let me know down below. 30, 60, what's the best time frame? 90? Or I'll just do it whenever I feel like it. All right, one more thing. One more thing, and it's a tripod. One more thing, and it's a tripod. So I kept seeing all these nice looking tripods on Temu. I guess this one comes with a little phone holder, which could be useful. Sure, great. It's not why I bought it. But anyway, I kept seeing these tripods, and I thought to myself, those look really nice. I don't need another tripod, but I always do need another tripod. It's just, I'm just always using them around the house. And the thing that I liked about this in particular, so it comes with a little travel bag, which I'll never use again. And then what I liked about it was how small it ended up getting, okay? So this is the tripod here, but the idea is that you can also use it just sitting on your desk as a small tripod. So it has all the same stuff that I guess a full-size tripod might have. You know, it has the quick release for your camera. You can see here, let's see, what's the best way. So basically a quick release for your camera. Put it in there, lock it down. It has the handle here. It has the handle for the tilt. Has this here for the forward and back. Has this to tighten it down to stop it from turning. Even has a small little level here. And then the legs. So let's see how, it's not full, like a full height for me. And then it goes up about this high. So what I was looking to have was something that was compact and small, maybe could work on the desktop here, or maybe could work on my countertop if I'm filming something out there. You know, I want it to be sturdy. And maybe you guys, it goes up like this too, by the way. I don't know. The thing about it is that it currently feels really, really well made. And for the price, you know, it's kind of what I was looking for, like a mid-sized tripod that would allow me to have a little bit more flexibility or freedom. The other day I was filming that video for the robot vacuum, and I needed a small tripod so I could have it on the ground in order to be able to film what was going on with the vacuum. And I didn't have, I mean, I've got a couple, you know me, I've got a million of these little tripod things, but I wanted one that was a standard one that really just kind of went down into a small little package. If I wanted to travel with this, with the bag, I can do that. I can let my son use it. It does come with this little phone mount, but these are always cheap and crappy anyway. This will work out quite well. Yeah, I got no problem with that. So as far as the things that were here, I think everything was pretty good. I'll keep messing around with this. I feel like it's too well made to just suck that bad. So if you enjoyed this, I'm still just trying to get back into the swing of making some videos. But if you liked it, subscribe. I'd love to see you back. We do stuff like this all the time. I got some more tech hauls coming up. Got a couple more items I want to show you all. Give me a like. That always helps. If that's all you can do is give me a like. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. But I just want a little bit of feedback from you. Other than that, this is Carl from Techful Goodies, and I'm out.